Good morning. Well, today I'm headed out to a Revolutionary War reenactment festival. Don't know exactly what they're calling it, but that's not until 11 o'clock. It's just before 9 right now, and I noticed in the area there's a few spots that I've always wanted to go to, always check out, but never have. So I'm hoping with the few hours I do have, I can hit up all these spots. Now currently, I'm in White Plains, New York, which is the site of the Battle of White Plains, which happened on October 28th, 1776. But I'm not here to talk about the Battle of White Plains, because there isn't much to talk about it, other than a handful of monuments and placards. Most of the battlefield has been turned into parks and hotels and housing. So I'm not really here to talk about the Battle of White Plains, though I could. But I am hurting on time. What I am here about is a certain German mercenary or Hessian that was with the British Army at the time, who would come up this hill and right up there be struck by a single cannonball, taking that Hessian soldier's head clean off. There he would fall alongside of his horse. Now, prior to the battle, it is said that he had saved the life of an infant child of a local family. That local family went by the name of Van Tassel. And after the battle, the family came to retrieve the body of the Hessian soldier as a sign of respect. To give him a proper burial. Now, they retrieved the body here, but they would have brought the body to a local cemetery in the town in which they lived, which is just about 9 miles that away-ish. So that's where I'm going to head to next and see if I can find the final resting place of a certain Headless Horseman. All right, I've moved to my second location, currently at the Old Dutch Reformed Church here in Sleepy Hollow, New York. And like I was saying, the Van Tassel family, who are from here, would have taken the Hessian soldier, sans head, and had him buried in this very graveyard. I don't exactly know where he is. He was put in an unmarked grave. Keep in mind, the Hessians, the British, were the enemy. So they put him in an unmarked grave to protect them. So to try to find him, it's going to be a little tough. Give me a minute. All right, so this proved a little bit more difficult than I thought. But the research, or the quick research I just did, would place the Headless Horseman in this vicinity. Probably under the area of these piping or whatever you want to call it. One would assume that they have this up. Maybe they're doing some kind of ground penetrating radar to actually prove if the story is accurate. But from everything that I saw online, it would be right in there, in this area right here. But and there typically was a marker, or I've seen markers there before that said Hessian soldier. I don't see a marker now, but this, I'm 99.9% thinking that this is the right spot. But who knows? Could be wrong. I doubt it, though. I doubt it. I did my research. Now, who's to say that that story is even factual in itself? Are there stories of a Hessian soldier beheaded at the Battle of White Plains? That's true. There are stories. Are there also stories that the Van Tassel family brought his body here? Yes, there are stories. Is mine accurate, or is theirs accurate? Who's to know? But what is accurate is there was a little boy that grew up in this town that heard that story and other stories and variations thereof. He knew people in the town, like this particular person here. Of Eleanor Van Tassel. Because as that boy grew up, he would write a short story, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. That boy, named Washington Irving. He probably knew Eleanor Van Tassel. Maybe his inspiration for Katrina Van Tassel. There's also another grave over here. Let's see if I can find it, of his inspiration for Bron Bones. That one might be a little tougher for me to find, but I'll point it out if I do. All right, I found it. Abraham Martling, which would have been Washington Irving's inspiration for the character Bron Bones. All right, now this is a fairly large cemetery, so it's going to take a bit of walking to get from one spot to the next. But since we've talked about the story of the Headless Horseman, the supposed story of the Headless Horseman, and we've talked about a couple of the characters and the real people that were the inspiration, now let's go to the grave of the man that actually wrote the story, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, the one, the only Washington Irving. Now, the area of the grave of Washington Irving is gated off, so you cannot enter. But that was that. But more on Washington Irving to come. I think we're going to head down to his house. But before we do, this graveyard also has a number of notable names. And though it's a bit of a walk to get there, I kind of want to check them out. Just because I'm here, might as well. So let me go find some graves or mausoleums, because a lot of these people are very wealthy, billionaires. So we're going to try to find them. You'll probably know most of their names, but might take me a while to find them. It is a very big graveyard. Exploring the graveyard. This one caught my eye. It's a sad story of 3 young children that went out on the ice to play, fell through the ice and drowned, ranging from the ages of about 11 to looks like 15. So, sad story. All right, after some heavy duty walking, got a nice glow now. Come across the first mausoleum. Now it is a big graveyard. A lot of people on tours here. So the easiest thing to do is, since I am looking for billionaires and millionaires, you try to find the largest mausoleums. Behind me would be William Rockefeller. All right. I'm gonna have to make a slight change of plans here. I did want to check out some more of the famous names, but proven tougher than I thought, and I'm doing a lot of walking, and every bit of this way I go, I gotta go all the way back. So I'm gonna try to wrap things up. There's 1 or 2 things I really want to see before I leave here, so I'm gonna check that out. But other than the Rockefellers, I was trying to find Andrew Carnegie, which is another famous name, probably needs no introduction, especially if you're a New Yorker. But all right, I'm gonna cut this off here in a little bit. All right, by chance, I ran into this mausoleum before I head my way down to the creek. The Hemsleys, Harry and Leona Hemsley. Now, you may not know who they are, but Harry Hemsley, he owned the Empire State Building. And Leona, after Harry died, inherited his billions, and she was kind of a nasty woman, given the nickname of the Queen of Mean. She actually was such a mean SOB that they turned her into a TV movie back in 1990, starring the infamous Lloyd Bridges. But yeah, she was a nasty woman and didn't like paying taxes. Matter of fact, to kind of quote her, she was too good to pay taxes. That's what the little man did. So yeah, she was not a nice woman. And she ended up going to prison for tax evasion. And later on, she died in 2007, I believe. So yeah, those are the Hemsleys. More info on them than I'm sure you needed. But there you go. They get the special treatment for being the last one I'm checking out today. All right, down to the creek and to see a bridge known as the Headless Horseman Bridge to get things back on topic. So I'm going to make my way down there. Hopefully I can breeze through that and then back to the car because I really would like to get out to Washington Irving's house. I don't think I'm going to have time for a house tour, but maybe we'll be able to check out the property. Well, this is the Headless Horseman Bridge, not to be confused with the covered bridge from The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. This is the same body of water that Ichabod would have to make it across. But the bridge of the famous story is a little bit further down the creek, which we'll head to next. But like I said, this is the same body of water that old Ichabod would have to cross to get to the church before the Headless Horseman could get him. Well, this doesn't look like the covered bridge from the story, but yes, it's been modernized. But this is the location. This is where it would have been. So imagine Ichabod running this way, making his way across the bridge to get to the church, which is just right behind those trees. And he doesn't make it. If you read the book, he doesn't make it. Spoilers. Alright, well that burned up a lot of time. But I'm back here at the church, back here at the car. And look what they have outside here. Some Headless Horseman Sleepy Hollow merchandise. Let's see if they have a coffee mug. Shall we? Coffee mug. Got a coffee mug. All right. I am really short on time. So, now that we've seen everything about Washington Irving, let's actually go check out his house. All right, I have made my way to Sunnyside, the home of Washington Irving. I have but minutes to stay here. So I don't know what I can do here other than maybe go in the gift shop, check out the grounds. But I have minutes, and then I got to get back on the road, or I'm going to be late for the whole reason I came out today. I got to stop doing this. Got to pick one thing, do that. I try to pack in so much, find myself running around. So I will be back. To Sleepy Hollow. This is very much a Recon day. Check it out. I think my family would enjoy this. So definitely going to come back with the family, I think. All right, so this was a bit of a magical moment. I went into the gift shop and explained to the lady at the desk that I really want to see the house, but I am very short on time. And I said I don't mind paying full price ticket, but I really need to get through here in like 15 minutes or less. And she's like, here, take this, go on, take a peek, and it's on the house. So that was very kind of her. Now, when you get into the house, supposedly there are tour guides from room to room, which hopefully I can explain to them, but I don't have time to listen to the spiel. Unfortunately, I need to move quickly. Let's see, it's a very nice house right off the Hudson River. All right, spoke to one of the guys. He let me go ahead and come in. There is active tours going on currently.
Hi.
There are active tours going on, and so I don't wish to disturb any of the tours. So I'm going to do this rather quickly.
So this is the parlor. This is where Washington Irving and his family entertain themselves and spend time together.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so just came out of the parlor. And now I'm going to make my way up the stairs.
Are you, sir, are you with somebody else or by yourself?
Breezing through very quickly.
Bedroom and his music.
Hello. There's Ichabod.
That is your aesthetic.
Love the idea.
I mean, it is a good description. It's very functional. It's just yes, I agree with
I mean, he was feeding.
Hi there.
Hi.
Good, thank you. And I'm going to talk about the kitchen, my favorite room in the house. Of course, a very up-to-date modern kitchen for the time period. I love saying that and see the looks on people's face, especially the little kids. That is very big. Cast iron stove, very expensive. And to be convenience and safety for his family. The beauty of it though is the fact that it heated with water in that water tank that was inside. Okay, so they actually had hot running water, okay, which was hugely modern for that time. You see it.
Oh, this is the tower. I see.
There is a number of activities along with what appears to be a very dramatized tour. All the tour guides in costume talking about each room and anecdotes of Washington Irving's life. Something that would have been cool to get on film. But like I said, Recon Day. Have to come back with the family.
Thank you.
In the courtyard here, not only do they have a gift shop, and that's where you buy your tickets, but they have this off building here where they are currently playing a puppet show of the legend of Sleepy Hollow. And then they also are doing crafting today. All right, leaving Sunnyside. What a lovely place. And the workers were so kind and very caring and helpful. Wow. So I got another coffee mug. All right. Now, the whole purpose of my day out was to go to this Revolutionary War reenactment. So that's like a few miles up the road, 20 minutes or so. But they are doing a battle reenactment of some form or fashion. Probably not all that impressive, but that's going to be in about an hour. So hopefully I have the time to get there and see that. All right, let's get on the road. All right, now I find myself in the town of Croton on the Hudson. where there is supposed to be a Revolutionary War reenactment. RevFest is what they're calling it. Seems very, very popular. But we also are just miles out of New York City. So quite the crowd, quite the crowd. Unfortunately, not a lot of time in Sleepy Hollow. Probably could have spent the day there, maybe even more. So it was definitely a recon day, if you will, for Sleepy Hollow anyway. But the purpose of today was to come to this. So I am here for the rest of the afternoon. So now I can relax, no need to run around. So I'm gonna go find me some fife and drum somewhere. Yeah. Well, this seems to be quite the thing. Food trucks abound. Lots and lots of people. There is supposed to be a reenactment in about 20 minutes. So I need to try to track that down. Didn't want to come all the way out here to miss that. That could be impressive.
3 orders I have not disobeyed during my conference, General. First, do not enter into the lines of the enemy. Second, do not quit your uniform. Third, do not carry any incriminating paper. I learned tomorrow from Robert. It's not very far. If you don't mind, sir, I prefer to remain right here where we are. My commander is quite conservative about my movements. This is neutral ground.
They can be doing
Give me direction how each corps will position itself as the alarm is raised. This will enable us to know the exact condition of every part of the garrison. Precisely. Last, he possess himself of West Point. May all our efforts be crowned with every success, and perish all enemies of our Royal Majesty the King.
Good luck, Major. We'll meet again on the field, most assuredly in victory.
Did you see the musket charges at once? No. It was back and forth. It was not the whole 3 charges? Wow.
Everybody get back, and when the rig gets here, they will address it.
Well, what about the artillery? Where did they? Because I showed me cards. I said, picture this. Someone I know. 40 minutes. What is that?
I take that back. 20 minutes.
You know what? I'm going to go over here.
Or you divide by 2.
Okay. And make sure people don't walk.
All right. Sounds good.
Oh, we got plenty of time. Somebody's haversack is on the table.
Welcome to the beginning major activities of the 250th our American Revolution. And things are beginning to happen. Welcome to Westchester, 1775, 1776. The neutral ground, the bloody ground. Move it, troops. All right, give them a little taste of round shot. Yes, nothing like a little artillery in the afternoon. That was a 3-pounder, ladies and gentlemen. Supplies, and the Americans are trying to keep it contained in New York, and so you end up with these kinds of things happening. Now, some of you may wonder why they're not in the arithmetic of death. Would you please look at the palm of your hand?
down, two down. Medic.
Injured.
Well, that was something. Seems to be the same guys that we filmed at the Historic Village in Monroe some months back. A little bit more guys, a little bit better of a show, but it's New York. You can only do so much until someone bitches. All right, so that was the battle. There's supposed to be fife and drums here soon, but where? I don't know. So let's float around. They had some booths. They got some settlers. They got some music. They got some food. So let's float around, see what we can find.
Hey, Sobaja. Akule mi vako Sobaja. I think that's a mouthful, so stay with Hey Sobaja. Akule mi vako Sobaja. Yo 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 yo.
cock the weapon, and you're going to pour a little bit of powder here. And you're going to shut the pan, you're going to cast about, and you're going to pour even all the powder down the barrel, and you're going to shove all of this and the bullet down the barrel. Right? So all of that is down the barrel, and now I'm going to take this thing. What's this called? It's called a ramrod.
If the Army was close enough and Washington needed him to do roads in the area, send a messenger, and he would come up to the Army and stay for however long.
So, I'm corrected. He went a plumber.
Of my own, until I found the home of Mr. Jeremiah Thomas. And Mr. Thomas had a farm, and it stretched as far as the eye could see. And there I worked on that farm. The moment the sun rose above the hills, to the moment it set beyond the marshes, I was outside and I was working. I was chopping wood to keep our fires warm at night. I was pitching hay.
Well, that was wonderful. It was pretty good. There was a lot going on, a lot of people. And I don't do well with a lot of people. But it was pretty good. There was a couple stages, guys doing plays, women doing plays. They had some living historian women throughout history doing their thing. Lots of reenactors. More so than what you saw in the battle. The battle was just a portion of them. There was a lot of guys around the tents and doing their own thing. So there was a lot to see, a lot to do. But it's kind of like a lull period right now. And I get bored easily. So I'm taking off. I got a bit of a drive. I don't know if I'll go straight home. Maybe I'll find something else. But I need some fife and drum. So I might just go home, sit in the saloon, have a drink, listen to some fife and drum. All right. Maybe I'll see you at someplace interesting, or maybe I'll see you in the saloon. But you won't see me here. All right. Well, made it back to the saloon. But truth be told, it's about 2 days later. I really didn't like the video after watching a lot of it. So I spent a couple of days tweaking it, adding some things to hopefully not make it so bad. But just wanted to close it off like I do in all my videos and say thank you for watching. Look at that. I got some new merch in. This is only prototypes, but maybe some more stuff will come. Of course, we got our mugs from Sleepy Hollow and Sunnyside. But I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Subscribe. Only like 50% of my viewers or whatever are subscribed. So it helped me get up to 1,000. Maybe do some kind of contest or something, or giveaway, most likely when I hit 1,000 subscribers. But that's about it. In about 2-3 days, I'll be back in Gettysburg. So maybe I'll see some of you down there, and we'll see what I can get into down there. I'm gonna try for some new stuff, which is hard to do because I've done just about everything there. So any suggestions right below, I'll have to try them out. Restaurants, things to do. But other than that, bye.